Signing number 3 joins the ranks at Hull City as Ajayi joins the Tigers on a free transfer. Some good news there. Well, I was just reporting this yesterday that the deal is progressing between Hull City and Ajayi, and today they announced the move. Well, things are looking quite nice in this transfer window in the fact that Hull City getting business done, and they're getting it done relatively early and relatively quickly. It's something that may have cost our efforts last season, certainly at the early portion of last season. But Ajayi does join Hull City on a 2-year contract with the club option of a further year. But an interesting day, of course, as João Pedro has had his contract terminated by mutual consent between the club and himself, as he is on his, he's in Mexico right now, ready to sign on with Atletico de San Luis. But of course, I'll cover all that and all the other news surrounding Hull City in my video that I usually do later on today, 7 p.m. That will be released. But this video, we're talking about Ajayi. We're talking about Ajayi, the defender that joins Hull City. So let me go through what Hull City have said on the matter, and then I'll go through some of my thoughts about our latest summer signing. So Hull City are delighted to announce the signing of experienced defender Ajayi. And I have checked this one. I'm 99% sure that is how you say his name, as I'm not 100% sure on how to say some other names, but Ajayi, I did Google this one, and I believe that is how you say it. On a 2-year contract with a club option of an additional year. The 31-year-old centre-back, who has accumulated 200 championship appearances, can also play as a holding midfielder and will officially join Tigers on the 1st of July. The Nigerian international spent 6 years with West Bromwich Albion before leaving the Hawthorns at the end of the last season after scoring 13 goals in 177 matches for the Baggies. A virtual ever-present during Albion's 2019-2020 promotion success, he made 33 appearances in the Premier League outings the following season and helped West Brom reach their second-tier playoffs in the 2023-24 campaign. The 6'4" central defender previously starred at Rotherham United, netting 15 goals in 108 appearances for the Millers and securing promotion via the League One playoffs in 2017-2018 season. Born in Crayford, the former Charlton Athletic and Arsenal youngster has played in each of England's top 5 divisions, having represented Crewe Alexandra, AFC Wimbledon and Dartford earlier in his career. Capped 43 times by Nigeria, for whom he has qualified through his parents. Ajayi played every minute of the Super Eagles run in the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations final. And some words from Ajayi here. I'm really excited. I spoke to the sporting director, Jared Dublin, and head of recruitment, Martin Hodge, and they sold me on the vision of the club and the plans for this season. The club wants to challenge at the top end of the league, and that's where I see myself challenging. When I heard of the vision, I could not wait to get involved in the project. I feel like I can bring championship know-how, experience and leadership. I am comfortable on the ball, good in the air, and my pace is an asset. Jared and Martin spoke highly of. We all know how tough the championship is, and I can't wait to bring some of my experience to the group. I've had a really good 6 years at West Brom, but it's exciting to have a new challenge now. I'm coming in with a lot of hunger to prove myself again and do as well as I can as a Hull City player. Welcome, Semi! So, what does this transfer mean for Hull City and the defensive ranks? As many people were saying, well, centre-back partnership, yeah, you've got Charlie Hughes in there. Not really going to get rid of him. You've got either Alfie Jones or Sean McLaughlin. One of them two will most likely stay, and of course, some various other ones, Johnny Egan and all sorts. So what would be the situation with the centre-back partnership? And, well, to bring in Ajayi, an experienced championship player who's played a number of games in this division, done it all in, as I said, all top 5 divisions in England. Experienced player. That's good. We want some championship experience within our ranks. Said there, he's good in the air, good pace. He's a perfect complement to what we have already in the defensive line. Free transfer as well. Well, that sounds good, doesn't it? free transfer. You can't go anywhere wrong with that one. And also to bring him in on a 2-year deal. It seems like a very, very good move for Hull City and for the defensive lineup. I think that he will play very, very nicely alongside Charlie Hughes or whoever. If we want to switch to a 3-back, well, we can do so now with someone who has a bit more pace about him, who can also play as a CDM in Semi Ajayi. Well, we have the versatility, we have the options now in that defensive line where sends Semi Ajayi up. He's scored a few goals. He knows how to get up for a corner and stuff, but he can also track back. He's got the pace. He's got the technical know-how to get himself back, help out in the defensive line, and he could be really a useful asset, not only in the defensive line, but also progressing forwards. This comes off the back of, as I said, João Pedro is no longer a Tiger after having his contract terminated. Well, the goals are going to have to come from somewhere. I'm not saying Semi Ajayi is going to contribute with 20 plus goals in the season for Hull City, but he can certainly grab a few at some key moments for the club. Certainly some corner goals, working on set pieces, and certainly progressing up the field and maybe getting a tap in or a shot from outside the area. Seems like someone that could maybe fill that Jacob Greaves-esque void that was left when Greaves left. And of course, we're going to most likely see him this season. He's currently at Ipswich Town and not looking likely that they're going to get rid of him. So certainly a player that fills that role, does also complement what we have in the ranks already, and a free transfer, as I said, you can't really go wrong with free transfers, because even if they don't work out, all you're paying for is the wages. And I mean, you'd rather pay wages than a big multi-million summer fee to a championship rival such as West Brom for a player there. 31 years old. Not too old yet. He's got a few years left in him. I mean, we saw what happened with John Egan when he came to us last season. He was one of the deciding factors which helped Hull City stay up in the last campaign. He came in and he had a really good showing in the defensive line. And that was a similar transfer to this. Just left Burnley and Sheffield United. He was certainly from Burnley. Might have been at Sheffield United as well. But came from championship experience, a bit of an older player, has been round the ranks, and well, he came in, did a very, very good job. But this is a little bit different in someone who complements them in a different style of play, as both Egan and Hughes, but Semi Ajayi, well, that is a nice transfer to kick-start the summer. I mean, it was kick-starting it. There were 3 transfers in already at the moment, as things are looking good for Hull City, certainly behind the scenes. Of course, as I said earlier, check out my video later on to see more news surrounding Hull City. There's plenty more transfer news that is not just around Semi Ajayi. Of course, he's the big one for today, but says João Pedro, there's Mike Jacobs news. I mean, we've got an official hello there from Sergey, so make sure you check out the video later on by liking and subscribing, and I'll also keep up to date on everything Hull City here on the Hull City Fan Central YouTube channel. So stay tuned by liking and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video. Up the Tigers!